Ladies and gentlemen, I have stuff done it. Holy fucking shit. I'm sorry for those of you who are just clueless about what's happening right now. So, we have been for the longest time trying to get back into WarFrame, and I've been trying to find like some fuel to set my fire, basically, to get back into the game. But when there's so much shit ahead of you, you're kind of like, where do I start? And maybe I need to start with farming mods. Maybe I need to get a proper weapon and then get the mods. Maybe maybe I should get a WarFrame that can farm materials so that I can start grinding math. It's just like, it can get a lot. But that's never been how I really work. How I play games is I basically am fueled by desire, this thing that I want, and I try to hunt for that thing, and any deems necessary, I try to get it. And then I'll calibrate myself for that. I want to get this thing, but I can't do this mission to get this thing without the proper damage. Okay, well, I'll get enough mods, maybe get enough weapons to where I can actually do that mission. Maybe I can't do the 4 other missions after it, but I can at least do that mission. And then eventually I get that thing, and then I just look to the next thing that I need to get. It's kind of weird, but that's just how I play video games. But anyways, our goal over the course couple of videos we've made have been diving into the agony and just goddamn RNG on top of RNG of relic farming / void farming / prime farming. So, as you guys can see, we have done it. We've attained Atlas Prime. Now you might be like, Grin, Atlas is like a B tier Warframe. Fuck off, dog. Okay, I like him. He's a rock person. He punches the world. He was one of the first frames I got into, and yeah, he's my little baby boy. I love him to pieces. Also, a lot of people to thank, because some people helped me. Well, no one helped me with Atlas, really, but which is why I'm so proud as well. A lot of people throughout this journey getting back into Warframe have been lovely, and I want to give those people proper credence in a minute. But Atlas Prime was all me, baby. All my blood, sweat, and tears, lots of tears, but also some blood and sweat. Not actually, though. I didn't actually bleed anywhere, thank God. Yeah. Regardless, one of the questions you may have is, well, Grin, bad call, generally. Why wouldn't you make the video with Atlas Prime in your possession so that we could see how fucking dope as shit he looks, right? And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, yes, probably would have been better, but this thing takes like 3 days to make. It did that thing where it's like, hey, it takes 2 days, but like 20 hours as well, so it's 3 fucking days. Anyways, regardless, my brain is starting to forget the agonizing pain to farm primes and whatnot. It's not that bad. It's just kind of, if you were trying to do it in a timely manner, it's a lot. If you're just trying to chip away it over time, I'm sure it's going to be really chill and pretty fine. But anyways, I wanted to basically not let that wisdom, that my journey basically of getting this thing, to go and dwindle away. So I wanted to tell you guys how the hell you attain Ash Prime, or what I think the best way to farm Ash Prime is. Out of a lot of different kind of variables that people didn't really or haven't really talked about in my experience, I tried to hunt for a lot of videos for people to explain how to get Ash Prime, and people kind of shotgun blast like basically the Wikipedia's information, like where, okay, you can get the things that it asks for here, but it doesn't really make sense to do the other two. It only makes sense to do the really one mission. You kind of. But again, also, one quick thing, I'm not a pro at Warframe, I'm just getting back into the game. This is just my journey, and yes, I'm also a player that is pretty weak getting into a game that is very, very evolved. So if you're similar like me, like you're getting into the game and you're wondering how to get this, then hope my experience will probably be very similar to yours. Regardless, essentially, how to get farms is, of course, through the relic system. If you just open up the wiki, if you type Atlas Prime, Warframe Atlas Prime, it'll be the first link that's probably there. You click it, and it will show you basically the blueprints, and it'll have Lilith D1, Lilith 50 or M5, and all these things, Axi A6, and that's essentially these that you need to farm. Now, it can kind of be a touch confusing, or it can be pretty simple, and essentially this is how farming void relics, from my understanding, works, and it's pretty convoluted a little bit much, but you can do it. Regardless, essentially the best place that I think, or that I did as a person that doesn't have like an ungodly amount of damage or has like all of the mods ever, I'm pretty low on the totem pole when it comes to like mods and all that shit. In fact, the only thing that I'm really running, this is kind of sad, but the only thing that I'm running is this. I usually ran Nidus, which is okay, but I really didn't use Nidus's like damage stacking abilities to kind of fuck with stuff. I didn't even use my primary, I just used my Orthos Prime. And I don't have that many mods. I don't even have it leveled up to 60 plus mod stuff. I just have Fury maxed out. I got some Slash, and I got some Pressure Point. Reach is kind of just fun, I guess. Yes, and I got this as well. But yeah, that's kind of it. No, I didn't have like a crazy amount. Regardless, my advice, if you want to farm Atlas Prime, you want to be like the most simple way I could possibly phrase it, if you don't want to spend like 2 hours on the goddamn wiki like I did. The best thing to do is just go to the Void, and you're going to want to farm capture missions. Now, the reason why you want to farm capture missions is because they are one of, if not the fastest mission that you can complete. You can complete this mission in about 1 minute, and every time you complete the mission, it has a chance of giving you either, I believe this one is Miso and Neo. Now, the unfortunate thing is, if we go over here to the Miso relics, you guys can see that there are hundreds of types. There's D3, D2, C5, M2, tons. Now, that's why you also want to do capture missions, is so that you're flipping that coin as many times as you possibly can, in the hopes of getting the one that you want. Now, this is basically, I would highly advise if anyone wants to mentally prepare for this journey, is just to put on a podcast, do a little bit at a time, maybe dedicate an hour every other day or every 3 days, just jumping in, grinding these capture points, and hopefully over time, you can go back to the wiki page and type in, for instance, Miso C4 is one of the ones that you can do. So C4, you just type in C4, and I have 3 of these. And as you guys can see, it has the Atlas Prime system. So if I wanted to have a better chance of doing this, I could also spend some of my souls, which you get by doing relic unlocks as well as from other things. But yeah, this can give you a bronze tier. So if I wanted that, I don't want that. I already got my stuff. Regardless, if you wanted to increase your odds of getting this, you could. But you should probably just have like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how good your luck is. Yeah, you might eventually get it. A lot of them I did just have a lot of void souls just because I kept having to like go farm void relics, and every time you farm a void relic, if you have something that people want, then you'll get extra souls because people chose your relic as the one that they got at the end of the void relic unlock mission. Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this took like 3 times for me to make this because, yeah, my brain's just not really remembering the past mechanical thing that I did previously. Anyways, okay, so basically the reason why you're going to want to farm this point and this point is because they have a chance of dropping void relics at the end of the mission. Turns out capture missions you can also complete in like 1 minute. It's crazy fast. Now, this one drops Lilith and Mosa relics. Turns out you both need, I think, 2 of the things. For the Atlas Prime blueprint, you're going to need 2 types of Lilith relics. D1, M5, but that's important. That's unimportant because it's all up to RNG to give you the one that you want. So you might as well you're aiming at the place to get the most of that thing you can in the hopes that you get the one that you actually need. Anyways, so Blueprint asks for Lilith relics, as well as the system also asks for Lilith relics. So there's that. So you're going to want to farm this until you get a lot of the Lilith relics, and hopefully get the ones that you need. So just farm Lilith relics from this, but also this has a chance of dropping Miso relics, which it turns out the system also has a chance of dropping. So this, by farming this, you'll most likely get the system and the blueprint for Atlas Prime. Cool. Now, this one, Urdok, or Uka, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so then the other thing is this actually drops Neo and Mosa relics. Now it turns out Neo is for a good bit of things. Neo can get you the system as well. Now this one's kind of weird because there are 2 things. It's weird because everything like can kind of get you what you want. Like for the system, you can choose between farming Lilith relics, farming Miso relics, and farming Neo relics. But there's also for the chassis, it requires Neo relics. So it depends. I think you're better off farming this thing next for Neo relics specifically. But if you don't want to do that, you can actually farm, I believe, Marduk. Now Marduk's a pretty big thing. Now the reason why you're going to want to farm Marduk in general is because Marduk actually has a chance of spawning or giving you an Axi relic, which out of a lot of the missions that I've seen, this is the most efficient way to get Axi relics. Kind of. it depends. For me, it was. Now, the reason why I say that is because this mission, yes, is a sabotage mission. I hate these greatly. I don't have any sort of stealth frames, so this is a problem for me. Turns out this mission is basically an assassinate mission and not a sabotage mission. You do have to do two types of hacking games in order to beat this, but it's not that bad at all. I'll show you the mission. It's really not that bad. You can totally do it. Yeah, unless you don't have enough damage output just to kill some stuff. In that case, don't do it. Grind some mods until you can survive and then do it. But this will also require you to unlock a lot of the star chart. I actually got to Neptune, and then I just dedicated like a night to just running through enemies, not even like killing them, just running past them to get to Pluto, to get to Sidna, and then eventually I got to the Void, which allowed me to push through this and get to Marduk. Now Marduk, again, the reason why you want to do that is because it helps you farm Axi relic, sorry. Now, the reason why that's important, Atlas Prime's core, his heart or whatever, is actually only dropped by Axi relics. There's no like other thing that you can maybe farm Neo relics and get that through that. So you need to farm the N tier relic in order to get his heart, which is a whole thing. But yes, but also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this one also has a chance of dropping Neo. So instead of maybe doing this capture point, but the capture point's faster. So that's kind of the thing that I'm debating in my head, and that's what I had to kind of mess with. Because I did see some videos where people were saying that you should farm Sidna, this defense mission, but the thing that video didn't account for is that depending on when you're getting into WarFrame, not a lot of people are going to be doing this mission. So when I try to do it, it's a defense mission, so you're defending all of these points, A, B, and C, D, but if you don't have anyone in that mission with you, you cannot complete the mission unless you have some sort of specific build that helps you like lock down points and they can't get them. But otherwise, you're kind of shit out of luck. And also, I think capture points going all the way to rotation C and B would be like 15 minutes, whatever minutes, and you could do this mission, this Void Marduk mission, sabotage mission, in like 5 minutes flat. So anyways, without further ado, I just want to show you guys what basically you'll be doing if you're going to farm this, and it's pretty simple. You just need a bunch of relics. This one drops the relics that you need, this one drops the relics that you need, and this one drops the relics that you need. So do that. If you just want to be real simple about it, farm this, farm this, farm this. After you're done farming a lot of this, go open up the wiki page, find the relics that you need, type them up, see if you have them, and then complete. So this is as simple or as complicated as you desire. Also, we should make sure people don't fuck with us whilst we're in the shit of it. But you can complete this mission hella fast, and let's do it. Let's do it together, fast as shit, bang. Now, with that being said, guys, it is a bit of a mess, bit complicated, a bit just kind of crazy. But yeah, this one is not that crazy at all because it's pretty, alright, well, I failed that jump, regardless. Also, my controller doesn't work anymore. Also, it's really loud. Because yes, I just have my volume really up. There he is! We're just gonna slash him up. He's dead in a minute. Cool. Rip your soul out of your body. Thanks, fam. And that's it. We're getting shot, but it's fine. And that's it. We completed the mission. Now it's just about your ass getting to the extraction point, and then you've done it. You've done it, my dude. Oh, is it doing this bullshit where it doesn't tell you where to go? Oh. I don't know why it does this. It's like the tile set just has a stroke. Well, this is gonna make the mission significantly longer. Yeah, we're not playing this game with me. Nope, we're redoing that because for whatever reason it sometimes does that, or it's like, hey, no help. Yeah, no, just look through the whole map, find your way home. And I was like, what? It's like a fucking giant mess, especially the void places. They're just huge. There he is. Die immediately. You tried to go invisible, but I still caught you. Done. Thank you for marking on the map, you bastard. We're not doing that in the beginning. Now, if you want, if you're not just farming for relics, you can also farm for mods in this place as well, but that makes like it a lot longer. And I would advise that because yeah, if like farming for mods in the void, you kind of need to like keep your eyes peeled and slow down and make sure you're looking through all the rooms and the tile sets. So maybe not the best choice. But anyways, I'm not sure if that was my fastest time. I think I did it in 59 seconds once. But then I was listening to a podcast. I was in a group. But as you guys can see, 1 minute, 12 seconds. You bang those out really fast. And we were rewarded with a Lilith relic. A Lith relic. Jesus Christ. But you can also be delivered with a Miso relic. Now, if you just want to be super in it, you can basically have the Wikipedia up on your phone or whatever, and see if like, oh, is that the Lith relic that I need? No, I need N4 and D1, nope, and M5, nope, it's 6-9, whatever, can't do that. All right, well, whatever, you can't use it. Annoying, but moving on. It was a fail run, basically. But with that being said, maybe you want to get another type of prime system, weapon, whatever, and you basically have the access to do it now in the future. So you're kind of banking on your future self wanting other mods, and yes, it becomes less pain in the ass when you farm a week, and then you're like, oh, I want to get this prime thing. Oh, I have 6 of these. Holy shit, I got it in the 4th one. Did it. And this took 2 seconds. Hey, farming primes is easy. No, it isn't, asshole. You did your work in the past or the future. You basically paid it forward with your future self, or from your past self. Regardless, this is the other capture mission that drops Miso and Neo relics. So, and again, you can get it real done fast. Now, this guy is a little bit higher level. Also, he's a fast monkey who is so goddamn fast. There he is. Boom, dead. We're getting shot a little bit. It should be fine. We're gonna rip his soul out of his miserable body, and we're gonna leave now. So you're just gonna move this through this level. You don't have to kill anyone if you don't desire. Pacifist and all that. Well, not really. We did beat the. Well, we didn't kill him, so I guess it does count still. We did, like, you know, beat him to a pulp and all that. Reminds me of Dishonored. In like that game, you could like kill people, or you could make their life just the worst, like worse than dying. And you're like, okay, I'm still the bad guy in this, but okay. Personally, I always did the one where it screwed them up even more. Anyway, moving on. Here we go, and we completed that one in minute 14. Again, if you want to be, when you're listening to a podcast, you're getting into a groove, it can really speed things up. But see, we got a Miso relic for that one. That is 04. We need C4, Miso C4, and that's it. So no, we did not get anything from that one. Not a lot of Miso love. Only the system really asks for Miso, which is why you can do this really fast. Like you can do this mission you can get 5 relics, which could be a Neo relic when it comes to doing this mission, because this mission takes 5 minutes. That takes 1 minute, so you can get 5 relics from that. But this one also drops Axi, so we're going to eventually need to be doing this one. So it kind of is up in the air. So and again, the Axi one probably will be the one that's hardest to get, because that one actually is a rare drop. Blueprint is common, chassis is uncommon, system is uncommon as well. Yeah. Also, you should have the wiki up with the thing, just to give you some clarity of mind. Regardless, this is that sabotage mission that I was telling y'all about. It is not a sabotage mission. Sabotage missions are nightmare fuel that are just the worst, where you have to like run through this level, and if you hit a tripwire, you have an annoying ass anxiety clock that starts ticking, and you're just praying to God that you can get to this, at least get 1 node, so you've technically completed the mission, you can get your goddamn reward. Now this one is basically just like a kill mission, with you just having to do 2 mini games, and it's not that bad. The 2 mini games have no negative to them. Like I think you can fail that mini game as many times as your little heart desires, and you're still fine. So yeah. This is not a sabotage mission like the other ones. I hate sabotage missions. They're super, like, awful about it. So this is the room. This is that room. You need to hack these things. But be careful, because shit in this room wants to kill you. So make sure you clear out the room a little first. Unless you have an invisibility thing. In that case, you're fine. Or a dome. But you just want to protect yourself from hacking. Now, you're going to want to hack. Now, believe it or not, this minigame, it becomes less anxiety-inducing and awful. And boom, you've completed one of it. And I'm almost dead, because, again, I have no mods and I'm trash. But anyway. So now you're going to just want to protect this little point for a little bit. It'll be fine. Honestly, it has so much health that you would have to really shit the bed in order to do this. Now, also, you can die here. You can drop if you need to. The only thing you'll be losing is affinity, and we're not farming affinity here anyway. So, yeah, feel free to die. I think you can only die 5 times, so if you really cannot survive here, then, yeah, come back when you have some survival, at least a little bit, and you can kill things. And it's completed. We've done it. Do one of those. Also gonna hack this. And I could actually go down here because I don't have all of my health. And did it. Boom. It's done. Again, the hacking minigame, I think you can fail as many times as you want and it won't do anything besides maybe, like, you might lose some health. And I died. See, great. Death is real and sadness is real. Boom. We're back. We're fine. It's okay. You can get dropped if you want. Doesn't do anything to you getting the Miso relics that we're after. Or sorry, the Axi relics. All right, what do you want from me? All right, it's not great. You know, speaking is hard. Language is brutal for me. And also, you can jump over here, and there's some like chests that you can get if you want. Some like sometimes materials. But as you guys can see, we've reached 100% completion. So now we can go through this portal. We're gonna come back to that point. And this becomes a little boss fight, kind of, sort of, except he's not that bad. The only thing that this boss fight really dictates is that you take down his little stupid drones, or else you're not going to be doing virtually any damage to him. Which, as I play Nidus, who can like basically has an AoE ability, it's pretty good. It's a quick, easy boss fight, more or less. Well, not really. I gotta like hit him a lot with melee, because again, have no mod power, but still. Boom! Throw my thing down. See all these little drones? We're gonna hit all those drones before we start hitting him. And we're just gonna start chewing through his armor. He has more drones, those little bastards. And he's dead. Now, as soon as he dies, we're gonna pick up this key. We're getting shot in the mouth a lot. Got it. So now we have this key. After we kill that boss, super simple. We're gonna go back downstairs. We're gonna shove this thing in the portal, and it's gonna explode. And that's it, baby. We've done it. We've achieved getting our special little rock. Our little space cabbage, we've attained. Good for us. So the game is really loud, so if I'm like yelling at you passively, I apologize. We're gonna stick that in there. We're gonna move through this. We've done it. We're at the other side. Now we just gotta leave. She's gonna yell at us and get caches. We're not gonna get caches. Back off, Lotus. No. I'm only here for the relics. I'm sure the caches are great, but still no.
Objective complete. The void key.
You can get caches, she says. Regardless. Well, we can't really see it, but we do have we got a Neo that run. Now you can get Neos or Axis. Yeah, so that's how I farm my Axis, because I don't want to, because this was something that I could do by my lonesome and get it done, rather than like a defense mission that I had to keep hitting like start a queue, cancel, start a queue, cancel, because no one's playing that mission. So this is a mission that you can do by a lonesome. And again, it's not like a sabotage mission. I was really bent out of shape because I had to do a sabotage mission. I was even debating like leveling up a stealth frame, but it turns out it's not like any other sabotage mission. It's fun. You just hit shit. It's good. It's nice. Yeah. Regardless, that will give you both Axi and Neo relics, and that is the other half of the puzzle that you'll need. So typically, what I did is I just farmed those two missions, those capture points. That gave me basically half. And the last things that I had was I got the blueprint, I got the system. I was lacking the chassis and the heart, basically. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, the heart of the frame. Which was a rare drop from an Axi relic, and the chassis could either be given to me by Neo relics or Axi relics, which turns out both of these give you. Whereas this only gives you Neo, this gives you Neo and Axi, which is what you want. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is how I got Atlas Prime. It was a pain in the ass, but at least now I know how to kind of farm for relics, essentially, or from prime stuff. You need to farm a ton of cabbages, and just hope to God that you get the cabbage that you want, which is kind of why I feel like some people, I could see the argument for people being like, farming primes is easy peasy, because you put in the time investment for getting this one prime, but then by doing that, you have a chance of accruing a lot of other cabbages, basically, or relics, that could help you get the next relic, and you're like, holy shit, I have 60 of these mods, because yeah, NYZ could have happened. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This was a touch of a mess, because again, it's hard to kind of like compartmentalize what took like 3 hours on the wiki. Not really, it took like maybe it's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes on the wiki of me being like, okay, so I need this relic, where can I get that relic? Okay, then it gives you a bunch of missions, and then I kind of got to do the math in my head about, okay, well, this mission takes 10 minutes to do, and I only get one relic, whereas there's this capture mission that I can do in a minute that gives me this one relic. Why don't I just do that one a lot? Even like it's just about rolling the odds as many times, as quick as possible, right? Then there was a downside of there's no real way to get Axi relics without doing like a hefty bit of content. And the quickest one that I thought existed was sabotage, the sabotage mission. But also I could do it by myself, so I could grind all of this by my lonesome. I didn't need anybody to help me, which feels pretty goddamn good, because yeah, a lot of this game is like, hey, friend, could you help me, who's been in the game for like 10 years? Could you like help? And then they just give it to you, and you're like, I feel like I didn't deserve it, but thank you, I guess. I did get what I wanted, but Okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully that made some sense. I do want to make a video of us covering our boy Atlas Prime, but that will probably be a video away because I want to make one more because I want to make some videos today, and he's not done cooking, so we gotta wait till that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully that answered the question that I wish was answered to me when I was first trying to get Atlas Prime, which is pretty simple. Do those 2 capture points, and then when you get all the things you need from those capture points, you'll need Axi relics. Do the sabotage mission to get your Axi done. That's basically it. Cool, yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe button below me, as well as 2 videos to my far right. Thank you again for your time, and goodbye.